How old is the Earth? The answer is less than 10,000 years. Why do I say that? The Bible says so really in the genealogies and chronologies. When you read Genesis 5 and 11, Matthew 1 or Luke 3, we have a fairly good sense that the Earth is not millions or billions of years old, but really less than about 10,000 years old. Although evolutionary scientists claim that the Earth is on the order of 4.5 billion years old, there is much scientific evidence to argue against that and to point to a much younger age for planet Earth. Let me just give you a few of the scientific evidences to support the idea that the Earth is less than 10,000 years old. The first is the decay of the Earth's magnetic field. Compasses work because there's a magnetic field on planet Earth. We have been able to measure the strength of this magnetic field for more than 150 years. And one thing we've noted about this, what's called dipole moment, is it is decreasing. We know how fast and how long it's been decreasing, and because of that we can estimate fairly well that the Earth must be really less than 10,000 years old. A second and relatively recent surprising finding is evidence for carbon-14 in diamonds. Carbon-14 is one of the radiometric dating techniques. Nobody had ever thought to look for radioactive carbon in diamonds before, because diamonds, according to evolutionary scientists, are tens if not hundreds of millions of years old. But recently a team of creationary scientists decided to see, is there any radioactive carbon inside of diamonds? And as a matter of fact, there is. That evidence points very powerfully that diamonds are only thousands of years old and not millions or billions of years old. Another common evidence is if you've ever driven through a road cut, if you've ever seen geologic strata built up on each other, you will always notice the different colored and shaped layers of the rocks. When you look at those layers closely, you will notice that the contact lines are always straight and smooth. What this indicates is all the layers were laid down rather rapidly. There was not a long period of time between the geologic layers. If there were, we'd have lots of erosion, there'd be a very uneven line there. But those straight contact lines between geologic layers indicate a young age for planet Earth. The last evidence deals with short period comets. Halley's comet comes around the sun and is visible in planet Earth about once every 76 years. The problem with comets is every time they go around the sun they burn up or lose a little bit of their material. After a while they'll burn up and not be visible anymore. Short period comets have an upper lifespan of about 10,000 years, which fits perfectly with a creation view of the universe. Evolutionary scientists, on the other hand, have a difficult time explaining the existence of short-period comets. When you think about the age of the Earth, terms like young and old are pretty relative, aren't they? Sometimes people laugh at me and say that I believe in a young Earth because I believe the Earth is just less than 10,000 years old. 10,000 years is still pretty old. For someone like me who's 50, I'm sure to you that seems to be very old indeed. Vast ages, billions of years, that's really an evolutionary bias. We see that all the time. Evolutionary scientists talk about an ice age, for example, that happened hundreds of thousands and millions of years ago. Now the ice age actually happened, but it happened only thousands of years ago and was a relatively rapid, at least in geologic terms, event, lasting perhaps 500 years. How old is the Earth? According to the one who made it, and that'd be the Creator, Jesus Christ, the Earth is really less than 10,000 years old.